Why you should stop wasting your time and money retiring in Central and South America and come straight to Zambia to retire. Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me now 10 years in the game as an expat slash nomad. I am on my fourth country, third continent, here in Lusaka, Zambia, the southern region of Africa. And one of the things I've started doing is sharing with you what I've learned along this 10-year journey so you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did. But most importantly, why you should be considering Zambia in the southern region of Africa as an opportunity because there's things here that are not being told and you're not being shown the truth. So today I want to get into, and this is more towards retirees or people that are coming with a good amount of cash. And this is just why you should just come here to Lusaka, Zambia. So, one of the main reasons why I am promoting Lusaka, Zambia is it is safe, extremely safe country. It is full of good people and they speak English. Please hear me on that. After living in countries that spoke Spanish, I am so grateful to be in a country that speaks English. And I'm not just saying broken English, they speak great English here. The English here, I will say, is better than most English in the UK and most English in the United States. So I really do feel welcome here and I feel comfortable here. But more important than safety and the ability for the people to speak English is there's opportunities here, legal opportunities here to be able to grow wealth. This is very important. Now, if you've been watching the channel, you've seen that I always talk about land. I'm always purchasing land. I'm actually going in 2 weeks or 3 weeks after. Well, actually, in 2 weeks, I'm going to Chasufu, which is about 8 hours from Lusaka. I'm going to have an interview with the city council there or the town council there to purchase some plots there. Once we finish the interview, I'll let you know exactly how that process goes. But most importantly, I'm actually going to, even more important, I'm going to look at some farmland found in a hectare that's about 60 kilometers from Lusaka. And it's going for about 14,000 kwacha or roughly 550 US dollars. Now, I know if you're somebody who's in the US who's been a homeowner or something like that, you're like, yo, that much money for that little money for that much land, that is unheard of. Yes, it is crazy. And these are the opportunities here. But most importantly, you have the ability to invest in the infrastructure of Zambia. This is very crucial. If you are someone who's been trying to get in the stock market or someone that's in the stock market in the United States or the UK, you may have always been like, man, I wish I could have got back in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, or even the 80s when things were a lot cheaper. This is where Zambia, I can't just say Lusaka, but Zambia makes a big difference. And this is why you should be considering coming here. The stock exchange here is open. Once you legally come into the country, you get your permit to be able to stay here, you are legally allowed to invest in the infrastructure of the country. This includes government bonds, which is something I'm working on investing in also, and the stock exchange. Actually just messaged. Let me see if they responded to me. They haven't responded yet. I just messaged one of the stockbroker firms out here to schedule when I can go and actually sit down and speak with them to get all the information so I can share this with you. But you have to have a stockbroker account with a stockbroker so you can invest with the Lusaka Stock Exchange. It is an app. The beautiful thing about the stock exchange here, a lot of their companies are under $1 a stock. Please hear me on that. Let me say that again. A lot of the companies here are less than $1 a stock. So if you're doing a dollar cost averaging or a kwacha cost averaging, if you're living in the country, you have the ability over 5 to 10 years to purchase a lot of shares in these companies. We're talking about energy companies, Beef, the biggest meat supplier in the country. We're talking about ShopRite, the biggest supermarkets in the country. We're talking about minerals companies, mining companies, copper companies. These are just some of the different ones. We're even talking about energy companies like CEC, the Copper Belt Energy Company. Like all of these different things are things that you can invest in. The sugar company, all of these things are things that you can invest in here on, and buy shares into their company. Now, the companies that I've just shared with you is just very few. I'm not even going through the entire list, but these are dividend paying companies. Whenever you're investing your money, you want to always get into a dividend paying company, meaning you're going to make a return, whether it's quarterly, 2 times a year, or maybe just 1 time a year. Those are the ways to create generational wealth. So if you're someone who is really looking into finding a place to be able to create generational wealth or really set yourself up financially, look into Zambia. Um, this is one of the reasons why I love being here. Like, I'm not here to be drinking. I'm not here chasing women. I'm not here, to have fun. But yes, there's countries to go for that. But when we're talking about countries where you can legitimately, legally start making money and building wealth, there's not that many countries that actually compare to Zambia. This is one of the beautiful things about this southern region of Africa that no one is sharing outside of this continent. So if you're, especially someone, if you're retired from the military like I am, or a person that's retired from the government, start looking into Zambia. Don't just come here right off the bat. Come here and visit for a few weeks. See how you can go with how, because it is a lot more of a slower pace of living. It's not as much of a party scene. Like, but if you're very serious about building businesses, building money, building wealth, this is a place you need to be looking at. One of the things that I really feel is going to help Africa as a whole, the continent as a whole, is to end this thing of gatekeeping. We got to start sharing the experiences here, because most people, if you hear Zambia, you probably think there's just lions running around on the street, people living in villages everywhere. It is a first world city. It's a first world country. My apologies. Um, and it's just like any other country. You have all three levels of world of living, meaning first, second, third world. Some are more developed than others, and some are not. Just like in the United States. If you've been to certain parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and all of that, Missouri, where I went to basic training, you've seen some third world living. We may not call it that because we want to keep this American dream going, but let's be real about what it is. And so I just wanted to share that with you. This is a very quick video because I'm going to be doing more videos on this, explaining to you exactly what I do, how I got it done, which companies I'm using for stockbrokers, what the fees are, everything. As I'm learning this, I'm going to share it with you. But I just wanted to go ahead and put that on your radar so you can start thinking about why you should be looking into coming to Zambia. Also, on a footnote of that, if you are thinking about coming to Zambia, please hear me on this. Get an immigration consultant to help you with the process of immigration. It's just going to make things a lot easier and seamless. Don't let yourself be stressed out. Just because you hear like, oh, I was able to do it, I did this, I did that. The truth of the matter is, this is my fourth country of getting residency. So like I've been through this. I've used lawyers before. There's certain things like once you've done immigration enough, certain things that you just have to do. And then there's just some countries you need to use an immigration consultant. Whatever leverage that they can use to help you is going to always benefit you. So just please keep that in mind. If you need an immigration consultant, just shoot me an email or let me know down in the comments, and I'm gonna just tell you to email me. Um, and that way I will share with you an immigration consultant that I met here. She's a really good person. She do have fees that she charge. Remember this, guys, nothing is free in the world. Please remember that nothing is free. Um, I have nothing to do with commissions. I don't make any money off of that. Like I say, my job is to just share with you exactly how to get here, the things that are here, to just let you see, and I'm opening the gates for you. But I do recommend you actually use an immigration consultant. You can use the one that I know personally, or you can look on the internet or come in the country and find out someone that may be able to help you. But do that at your own caution. And so if you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. And just remember this, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.